What the heck was that? Okay, that episode was really mind-blowing. It was crazy. Pretty crazy. I was really shocked. It wasn't Paige. I knew it. I mean, that would be too obvious. A lot of people were saying it would be Paige, the betrayer. I was thinking maybe it would be Lucas or someone like that, or Melissa. One of them. I'm gonna reveal in the end of this recap who it was if you don't know. If you haven't seen this episode, or if it hasn't aired in your country or where you live and you hate spoilers, I suggest you exit out this video and watch something else. It's pretty much everywhere you go, like on Twitter, it pretty much revealed. Roll this intro now.
It is time for another one of my Pretty Liars recap and review time. Taking this one to the grave. If I show you, then I know you won't tell what I said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is.
So the episode, it starts off with this ambulance scene, like this crime investigation scene with police cars and police asking Emily questions, and Hannah's breaking down crying, and Arya and Spencer are comforting her. They close this door, the ambulance door, and then the ambulance drives away, and then there's someone in a body bag that they put in another ambulance, and Hannah's still breaking down crying. So you're wondering, oh my gosh, this person had to be close to Hannah. Why? Because Hannah's the only one crying. And Emily was kind of like distraught, like she couldn't really answer the questions that they were asking her. They were asking her, were you friends with the victim? She's like, yes, and she's just distraught. And then the intro, the theme song were played. Then they say 2 days earlier, so there's like a time lapse. Like, I noticed they do that a lot with these mid-season finales and finales. They do always time lapse, I've noticed. Arya, Hannah, and Spencer, they're at Spencer's house and they're figuring a way how to tell Emily that Paige killed Maya, or Paige is A. So they're rehearsing how to tell her, and Arya lied to Emily to tell her that they're gonna apologize for what they did at the boutique in the last episode, but she just lied to get Emily there. That was the only way that she could get her there. So she goes there and they end up telling Emily straight out that Paige is probably A, and Emily gets frustrated with them and she walks out of Spencer's house. The three girls still think that's part of Paige's plan, that Emily isn't gonna believe them. So then Emily is with Paige at Paige's house, I think. Emily reveals to Paige, she tells Paige that you can't tell anyone this because then you're gonna get hurt. So she tells her that she thinks that someone else is helping Mona, like there's another A. Paige kind of has like this funny look on her face, and then she gets a text from her phone and her thumb kind of is covering part of the text. So like the only words you can see are meet me at the cemetery at 10 p.m. and then her thumb was covering, and then you could see the word hurt at the end. The text is from A. So Paige lies to Emily. She's like, oh, I need to go help my family out. The other three girls are at school and Emily was absent. She was at Paige's house and Paige was absent too. All three of them get a text saying, stand by bitches or risk Emily getting hurt. And so they think it's Paige. Mona, in a nurse's outfit, checking out of Radley Sanitarium. Guy at the front desk doesn't even notice it's Mona. And she walks out of there like, yeah, I'm getting away with this. Yeah, no one can stop me now kind of look and attitude. So she walks out there and it's like, oh my gosh, things are about to go down. Arya, she is at Ezra's apartment and she wants to tell Ezra badly that she met Maggie and she has a son because Ezra doesn't know she gave birth. He thinks Maggie got an abortion. He doesn't know anything about her son. And just to make things worse, Maggie, she shows up at his door and he invites her in and they introduce each other. Of course they know each other, but Maggie knows her as Amy, so things are kind of awkward. And then there's a lady that knocks on the door, so Ezra goes to get it, and meanwhile Maggie and Arya have this chat where Maggie tells Arya that she can't say anything about Malcolm, her son, for her kid's safety. She doesn't want him to know anything about it yet. Arya, she kinda agrees to not say anything. Ezra walks back to them and they act like as if everything's okay, and Ezra has a cake from this neighbor and he walks away and Maggie's like, "Thank you," and Arya, she kind of smiles, but she feels bad for lying to Ezra about it. The three girls, Arya, Hannah, Spencer, they need to meet A at a graveyard at the cemetery at 10 p.m. with Maya's bag. Caleb's there and he doesn't want them to go alone. He's with the three girls on it. He really wants to help them out and he wants to bring a gun, but Hannah tells him to leave the gun at home or get rid of it because it's dangerous to bring that. But he brings it anyway without Hannah knowing. So they're getting ready for that. Toby, he's finally back. He runs to Spencer while she's at a coffee shop outside and then they make out. And then they make out in her bedroom and they do it. She pretty much lost her virginity. I don't know if she was a virgin before that, but Spobie fans were going crazy on Twitter and Tumblr and all those other sites. They were like, "Oh my gosh, the Spobie sex scene." It was pretty good, I guess. Emily, she decides to go to a cabin with Nate to get away from all this Paige being a drama. Yeah, that's like a totally good idea, Emily. I mean, just go to like a cabin with this guy Nate that you just met like a few days ago or a few weeks ago, and I just thought that was suspicious. Her mom was kind of suspicious about it too. They go there to the cabin and Emily, she falls asleep there. The phone rings and Emily picks up the phone in this creepy robotic voice. "You have 1 minute, get out." So she's like, "Nate," and Nate's nowhere to be found. She gets up, she runs in like the living area. She finds a bag of Nate's things. She looks in there and she sees a envelope with her name and address on it, like Emily Fields, and then there was no name like addressed to. She had to put it back because the door opened and it was Nate. He collected like firewood to light the fireplace. While he's bending down to light the fire, she notices his shoes, like it has this yellow design. Looks familiar to her, so she pulls out her phone and she starts looking at pictures of Maya. And there's one particular picture where Maya is smiling at True North. I'm guessing that was True North. And someone is taking a picture with their legs sticking out and their shoe, and that person is wearing the same exact shoes as Nate. So she kind of like wonders. I think she kind of figured out that maybe he's not her cousin. She tells him that she's gonna go out for some fresh air and she runs outside and she's about to call someone. She jumps because Nate is right there and she drops her phone while she jumps. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you nearly scared me to death." And he's like, "Oh, I will." And it's like Nate guy just got creepier. I mean, when he first showed up, I kind of knew that I didn't buy into the fact that he was Maya's cousin. Like I just had a feeling he was the guy from True North, and he is. After Spencer and Toby are done having their love scene, Toby leaves. He says he has some kind of job. Mona is in the black hoodie in A's lair with all the pictures all on the wall, and there's another A in a black hoodie and you can't see the face in a rocking chair, and she tells the other A, "Change of plans," and they don't show the face. Meanwhile, they show Emily in the cabin watching a video of Maya, video that Maya filmed, and Maya is talking about how she loves Emily, and I need to tell you the truth that she was staying at Noel's cabin the whole time. Her stalker found her at a party, but it's not about him, and she wants to just focus on them two. And while she's watching, she's kind of tearing up, and Nate's behind her with a knife, kind of like mad. He's like stabbing his knife into a couch that Emily's sitting on. He has some anger issues or some problems. It stops the video, and you can tell that he's obviously not Maya's cousin now. He threatens Emily. He has the knife against her neck. You took away all that I had from me because Maya loved Emily more than him. So I'm gonna take away what you love too. And he opens the closet, and there's Paige tied up with duct tape on her mouth, screaming. Well, trying to scream, because you can't scream with the tape on her mouth. Basically, he wants to kill Paige in front of Emily. Brings Paige out of the closet and throws her on the couch and has a knife against Paige's neck. Emily said, "You can't do this. People are gonna find out." And he's like, "Yeah, people are gonna think that you're with Nate St. Germain. He doesn't exist." Emily's like, "Then who are you?" And he says that his name is Lyndon James. Emily makes a run for it, leaves Paige there tied up. Nate chases after her with the knife, and then she runs to this lighthouse, and she's trying to find signal to call 911. And finally, when she gets the signal, Nate shows up, tries to stab her. They're having like this huge fight, just like the fight when Spencer and Ian had that fight in the bell tower. It was the same type of fight. They were fighting. Nate dropped his knife, and Emily got it. And finally, Emily jabs him in the stomach, and he collapses with this huge blood stain, hole, sore on his stomach. And Emily's just crying. She can't believe what happened. Caleb runs up to her, has his gun, puts the gun on the side, hugs Emily, comforts her, and then they show the lighthouse, and then you hear a gunshot. Boom! And the lights go out, and it kind of cut to break, and everyone was freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, someone got shot. That was a bad idea, Caleb. Like, everyone was freaking out on Twitter. Even I was freaking out. And it's back to the ambulance scene. Caleb with a wound on like his stomach where he got shot, and they put him in the ambulance, and then it drives away. And someone in the body bag, which we all know is Nate in the body bag. Hannah is crying. Emily is distraught. She still can't answer the police. Paige being interviewed. She's like, I got an anonymous text saying to meet him or Emily will get hurt, but he got me before I could go there. Paige, she's like, officer, and it's like she needed to say something. They don't really show what she really said or confessed to them. Part is kind of making me think now. The 4 girls are at the hospital, and Emily's mom is there, and like someone on the speaker fields come to the front desk or something. She goes away, and all 4 of them get a incoming call from a anonymous person. They answer it, and in that weird robotic voice it says, "Emily, I owe you one." They hang up. Emily's mom comes back. Spencer's mom comes up with Garrett by her side, and Garrett is released from jail. Like, he is released, like on the loose now, and he gives like the 4 girls like this evil, like something's up smirk, and the 4 girls are just like terrified of him. Like, who wouldn't be? Mona, she's walking back to the Radley Sanitarium in the nurse outfit with someone with A in the black hoodie. She's talking about, too bad we couldn't make that call, and that probably Paige was the killer, and that it's gonna be easy because Paige has Maya's phone but she doesn't know it. I was kind of lost on that part, but it's these little things we have to keep in mind for future episodes. So she slides her card and she's like, "See you soon." She goes back in there. Spoiler alert, A turns around. It's Toby in the black hoodie. And when Toby turned around, I literally jumped back in my chair. I almost fell off this chair that I'm sitting on. That's crazy. That really shocked me. Finally, for once, it's someone not obvious. He walks back and then he just runs away. A is back in their lair. They have this poster, Halloween train poster, and in that weird robotic voice, person calls, "Yes, I would like 2 tickets to the Halloween train." That's for the Halloween episode. It'd be for Toby, if that was Toby and Spencer, or him and Mona. What's your thoughts on this episode? Like, it really blew me away. Like, I was shocked. Do you think Toby is really on the A team, or is he just there to protect the four girls or find out more things. I just hope that's what they're doing, because Hobie on the A team, that's kind of messed up. Why though? Like what does he have against them? You leave me your thoughts in the comments. And also make sure you watch Pretty Dirty Secrets on ABC Family if you want to. They're like weekly webisodes. I've already watched the first one, and it wasn't really anything special, really. It was just gonna pick up this Halloween costume at the Halloween store. Just pretty much it. It was like only 1 minute long, and I was gonna do recaps on them, but if they're gonna be just like those, I'm not gonna. If there's actually like speaking parts, or I don't know, should I do like weekly theories, or what do you want me to do for this long gap from now to the Halloween episode, which is on October 23rd, and I'll be sure to be doing a recap on that one, because I can't wait. Still kind of speechless about this episode. It was just, whoa! Like, did Nate really kill Maya? That doesn't really make sense. Whatever you guys want me to do, if you want me to do like weekly theories or anything Pretty Little Liar related, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye. Peace out.